Lady holds up the bus for 20 minutes because she wanted to throw a tantrum. And this is from a passenger. And they're filming this lady standing in front of the bus. This is a common thing that people do when they can't have their way. They will stand in front of the bus and block it from going because they're like, well, the bus driver can't run me over. And the bus driver should not run these people over. There may be some individuals who feel differently, but no. Safety first. We don't want to see anybody ran over by a bus, especially someone that's just a little upset. But we can see here that she's being arrested. I'm not sure why she's being arrested, but I'm assuming she's refusing to move and obey the officer's lawful command. So she's out of here. And that's how it goes down. But a lot of people may feel here that justice was served. But we see a lot of incidents like this, a lot of hostility towards transit workers, bus operators, and it's getting kind of ridiculous. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. This is not a new phenomenon. There's always been people who have been hostile towards transit workers.
He ain't lying.
It's actually been happening for years. But now, since, everyone has mobile phones, cameras, social media, all that type of stuff, you can see this stuff like in real time now, and you see it in abundance. So this is one of the things that people do, and this could be a reason why your bus was running late.
We have to sit out here and wait a long periodically time.
So I am an actual public transit bus operator in Sacramento, California. I've driven for 2 different public transit systems in the area. I also used to drive school buses. So I know a little bit about operating transit vehicles and buses in general. So the aggression and the hostility that a lot of transit workers face, the frontline transit workers more specifically, it can affect the morale because a lot of times some of the employees and the workers do not feel safe and they feel there are not enough safety measures in place. Also, they feel like there's not enough consequences. It's almost non-existent in some cases. So a lot of people are like, it's a lose-lose situation. If I stand up for myself, I can get in trouble. If I just stand there and allow the person to do whatever they're going to do, I could be injured or even worse, lose my life. Now, I would like to say that most passengers are respectful, and transit workers, we really appreciate you. And most bus operators, train operators, we love to see our regular passengers. You all make our day, and we are honored to transport you and to get you where you got to go. We are honored to be a part of transit systems that keep the world moving, that helps the environment. It's an awesome team to be a part of. So this is not a reflection of everyone. As a matter of fact, one of the reasons we do not enjoy the disruptive passengers is because you disrupt our good, respectful passengers that we are trying to get to their destinations.
Why the fuck you driving all the way down here, bro? Like, what the fuck, man? That's acting nice, man. What do you want, bro? Like, what the fuck, bro? Give me up the bus, man. Like, this thing is bugging, bro. This shit got me tight right now, gang. I'm ready to cock somebody, bro. I'm going to my crib, get my gun, gang. Bro, let me out, yo, bro. Let me out this bus, bro.
Yo, shut the fuck up, you.
Get me out this bus, gang.
So we can see this delightful gentleman on the bus simply requesting in the most positive and respectful way possible to be allowed to exit the bus. Obviously, the bus operator is not trying to kidnap this guy. There's a reason why he's not able to get off the bus right now. Maybe they're not at a bus stop. Maybe it's not a safe place to allow someone to exit the bus. But let's take a look at the caption. It says, passenger constantly harassed / cussed the bus driver on the B82-SBS. Grow up, bruh. Grow TF up.
No!
And he does need to grow up because this is a horrible display of behavior. I mean, none of us are perfect. We've all had our moments in life where we've messed up. So I don't want to be all judgmental in that regard, but I don't think I've ever crashed out like this. So the B82-SBS. So using ChatGPT, I was able to find the answer. And the answer actually comes from the MTA, the New York MTA website. The B82-SBS is a select bus service route, which means it is essentially a limited stop version of the B82. It does not stop at every local bus stop. Instead, it only serves major intersections, transfer points, and high ridership locations to speed up travel. And this is according to MTA.info. info. So there is a B82 local, and then this route allegedly is the B82 SBS, which is the select bus service. Now, the B82 local stops at or near every regular bus stop along the route. So this person probably needed the B82 local, not the B82 select. So now the bus operator has to deal with all this yelling and hostility because this guy got on the wrong bus. And it does happen. I'm not judging him because he made a mistake. We all make mistakes. Me as a bus operator, I've made a wrong turn before.
Don't ever do that again.
The issue is all your frustration and hostility and anger should not be taken out on the bus operator because you made a mistake and you got on the bus that you didn't need to get on. And shout out to Matthew Lawrence.96 on TikTok. Shout out to you for filming this and capturing this moment because yes, there are situations where bus operators are wrong.
Stop talking back to me! This is a stressful job!
But it's great to see people actually siding with bus operators in situations where they are not wrong.
Staring at me, bro, like you got a problem, bro. All right, mind your business, bro. I apologize, sir, but mind your business. You have a good evening. Thank you.
So shout out to this transit worker who probably was minding his own business. People are allowed to look at you. Now, staring is disturbing and creepy. I get it. So nobody should be like just staring at you like.
I am not interested in that.
But if somebody just simply looks at you or glances at you, even a couple of times, that's pretty normal. You're on a train, you're in an enclosed space, you're going to look around at people. So this guy doesn't want to be stared at, but he made a huge scene on the train, which will in fact cause people to stare at you. Now, this situation is really sad. This guy here pictured allegedly is the guy that slashed the face of a we're in New York again, New York MTA subway conductor. Shut the F up, don't tell me what to do. Man grabs MTA subway conductor and slashes her face after she told him to stand clear of closing doors. So much anger because you were told to stand clear of the doors that were closing. So here's some details about the situation. Isaiah Thompson didn't want to stand clear of the closing doors, so he violently slashed the MTA Bronx subway conductor who had asked him to do so. I think he's a monster. Chris Drumming, an executive board member of Transport Workers Union Local 100, said at a press conference after the opening arguments. We're hopeful that we see some justice for our sister who was brutally slashed and assaulted. The subway conductor is a 36-year-old mother of two who had joined the MTA 2 years before the afternoon attack on June 10th, 2025, had reopened the doors of her number 6 subway train for Thompson, 29, at the Morrison Avenue Soundview station. As she was closing the door, she saw one last person running up the stairs, the prosecutor said. Upon first seeing him, she actually reopened the doors and allowed him to enter. Thompson stepped into the train, but immediately made contact with the train conductor. In response to her saying her routine announcement that the doors will be closing, this defendant, who was about 10 feet away, looked her again in the eyes and said, "Shut the F up, don't tell me what to do." When her train reached the Whitlock Avenue stop, Thompson stepped out of the train, grabbed the conductor, and began slashing her with a sharp object. Now, police confirmed that Thompson has been arrested 18 times for a variety of criminal offenses, mostly along the city's rail lines. So this guy is a problem, and he's allowed to be out there to be a problem consistently. But yeah, it's going to be difficult for someone like this to function in society if you are going to be triggered by someone simply instructing you to stand clear of doors that are closing, and that causes you to want to do bodily harm to someone. You don't need to be out here. This transit worker was simply trying to operate the system safely and get everybody to their destinations, not get slashed in the face by somebody that's upset about a basic, obvious safety rule. The doors are closing, you got to stand back. Get on the train or get off of the train. That's it. That's all you have to do. Disagreements over fares or delays, rules and policies should never turn to violence or even verbal threats or harassment. It should never go to that level.
I'm waiting on you at the door.
Respect goes both ways. And honestly, everybody benefits. The transit workers, the passengers, everyone benefits when we work together and respect each other. And yes, us bus operators and transit workers, we have to respect the people as well. There are some transit workers that are disrespectful. I understand that because some of them are disrespectful to their fellow coworkers. So I'm not here trying to make it seem as if all transit workers are just these perfect little innocent little angels, because they're not. There's some that have bad attitudes. There's sometimes where we're just having a bad day dealing with people like this. Maybe we didn't get, cut by a person like this, but someone that's so angry over a simple rule being stated to them that they give us so much hostility, it causes your energy to be off for the rest of the day. So that's not a justification for a transit worker to be unprofessional.
Stop talking back to me!
But I'm just being real and honest with you. That's what happens sometimes.
He ain't lying.
So anyway, let me know what you think of these situations, whether you're a passenger or a transit worker, whether it's a bus operator, conductor, ticket, security, whatever. Let me know what you think about these situations. Thank you for watching Bus Driver Life.
I can't seem to find my bus fare nowhere.